Collective, it's Heather here. Welcome to another reading. So, this is a general read. Please take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Don't try to force anything to fit. We've already got cards falling out. Okay. Okay, very interesting. So, the first few cards that fell out, we're just getting right into it. We've got the Five of Wands, the Six of Swords, and the Eight of Cups. Okay, so let's get a couple more cards, but I'm starting to kind of get a picture of what's going on here. Oh. Okay, you also got the Emperor and the Ten of Cups. So, to me, the Five of Wands is a situation where, I mean, look at it. It's like a bunch of lion heads and animal heads on fire, people's hands with a wand on fire, so, and they're all like mixed together, so maybe there's a lot of different opinions going on, maybe there's a lot of chaotic energy, maybe there's a lot of conflict or fighting going on, and I think you're sick of that. I think you're over that, and the Eight of Cups, I don't know if you're familiar with this card, but the Eight of Cups card, you can see here that there's 8 cups back here, and his back is turned away from them, right? There's the ultimate one that you want out of the cups is the Ten of Cups. So he has 2 cups missing. So it was something that he almost wanted, that almost was fulfilling, but just wasn't quite it. So this figure here, this guy here, he said, I'm gonna go find my Ten of Cups. And girl, the Ten of Cups card came out for you. What? Okay. Also too, the Six of Swords. This also just means moving away, walking away. You take your 6 swords, you leave the 4 that you don't need behind. You're moving away from this rocky waters, kind of like rocky terrain, into sunshine, into positive energy, into this Ten of Cups energy. Now I want to kind of get a little clarity on this Emperor card here. Let's take a look. Okay, Spirit, please, what is the Emperor card? What does the collective need to know? What is the Emperor card? Please clarify. Oh. Okay, so you got the Magician, the Eight of Swords, and the Six of Cups. Okay, so the first thing I heard was like healing your masculine. Maybe you have like a wounded masculine energy within you. So maybe just feeling like a lot of anxiety, feeling stuck with where you're at, stuck in a chaotic situation. Okay, so I don't know if you've already left the situation or if you're planning to leave. But yeah. So sorry to laugh, I'm just kind of goofy. Okay, anyways, so the Eight of Swords, essentially, she feels stuck, she feels trapped. There's this like ribbon over her eyes, right? All these swords, but she's in the sand. Okay, so she could really just stand up. She could really just get up. Like, these aren't stabbing into something really solid. Like, it's sand. Sand is very movable. You can get out of that, right? Okay, you also got the Magician. So to me, this is saying like, you have all the tools you need to create this Ten of Cups, and this is you. You're the Magician. You have all of these things to support you into experiencing this Ten of Cups. Now, I don't always do love readings. If this is resonating where it's not a love reading, take it as that. You know, it's a general read, so it's gonna kind of resonate a little bit differently for all of you. But again, maybe you're in a, I mean, okay, and it doesn't have to be a relationship. It could be like, it could be a relationship. It could be a job. It could be a home situation. It could be a friendship. Like, you just apply it to how it resonates. But you're moving into ultimate fulfillment, divine fulfillment with Ten of Cups. And the Six of Cups card here, this card always reminds me of like inner child healing. And okay, we've got a couple rainbows now that I see that. So rainbows might be significant. You could be a part of the LGBTQ community. Okay, take it how it resonates. But also it's just a really positive sign, right? Like when, whether you believe in the Bible or not, there was like a Bible story where it was like, you know, the flood of the earth, and then when there was no more floods, the rainbow came. So regardless of if you believe that or not, that came to mind just because it's like the worst is over. You're heading into this better energy. And if you haven't left that energy behind, that the universe, your guides, whoever, your higher self is wanting you to know that if you do choose to walk away from this energy, you will end up with the Ten of Cups. Whether that's, you know, your job, your house, your relationships, all of the above. Maybe you're having a whole life change. I get that. Okay, let's see what else. Okay, a couple more. What else does a collective need to know, please? Thank you. What else? One more. Nope. So, you got Judgment, Three of Wands, and Eight of Pentacles. So the Three of Wands to me is like travel. You can see there's a boat here. It's got a little heart on it, little pink dolphins. This to me is symbolizing like adventure, moving on, going to better waters, new places, traveling somewhere new. Whether that's traveling for vacations, for fun, for work. Maybe you're moving locations physically, work, your house. Again, could be anything, right? But movement. And also the Judgment card, which is like divine intervention. So maybe God, spirit, source, whatever you want to call it, your higher self is coming in and being like, yeah, we're shaking things up right now, babe. We are shaking things up. And that's awesome. And I don't know if you guys listen to Witch and Scythe. I can't pronounce it right, but she's a really great reader. And she was talking today, she's like one of my tarot readers I listen to, and she was talking today about how don't be afraid to get tossed around in the blender. Like, don't be afraid for things to get shaken up, because it's actually a blessing in disguise, and it's how miracles happen. It's how you get refined, and how you kind of like open yourself up to think differently and experience differently. Because if we're just doing the same things over and over and over again, or thinking the same things over and over, you just keep repeating the same experiences and situations over and over, right? I'm gonna get a clarifier on the Eight of Pentacles. So yeah, things getting shaken up can feel like, oh, why is this happening to me? You know, I'm being punished, but it's not happening to you, it's happening for you, and that doesn't mean it's always easy. I also heard somewhere else it's like awakenings. A lot of people think awakenings are all peace and serenity and love, but a lot of the times, like if you're coming out of a very deep slumber, it's very disorienting and kind of confusing and jarring. And that doesn't mean that you won't get to that peace and serenity and love, but it doesn't mean anything's wrong if it's not super like sunshine and rainbows just yet. You know, you might be, you know, whether this is internal conflict or conflicts with somebody else, like you might still be in the trenches of this. You might not be. You might be out of it. There's a couple different, you know, storylines for people here. But through this energy too, I will say through this energy, fire, you can alchemize things with fire. So let that burn. Let it burn down. Whatever is dying, whatever is leaving, whatever is going away, let it burn away. Just let it go. We just had the 9/9 portal, and this reading is timeless, but the energy is here of the 9/9 portal and that lunar eclipse on September 7th. I don't know. Take what I say with a grain of salt on that one, but we had that eclipse, and it's just very powerful ending of cycles. And so when things end, it's not always, when things end, it's also a new beginning. It's also something new and exciting, and it's not just a loss. So try not to just think of what you're losing, but also try to think of what you're gaining, right? You're gaining a lot when something ends. Okay, one more clarifier card for this Eight of Pentacles. Yeah. So, Queen of Cups. Really, you can see here her cup is closed off. It's not overflowing too much, which means that she has a very good handle on her emotions. That she is very mature and feels very solid within herself, and again has more control over her emotions and feelings. So maybe things have been really tumultuous. You've been feeling a lot of anxiety, a lot of stress about what's going to happen, and this is what you're moving into. And the Eight of Pentacles, to me, so it can mean a couple things. It could be like either you're releasing masks that you've been wearing, or also you're working hard on something, and like these are all your little creations that you have to show for, and you're creating something. So it could be all of the above, right? And then the Two of Pentacles has the Ouroboros, which is just like the snake eating itself, so it's like a cycle, and the yin and yang. So also with that yin and yang, it's like these two very opposing energies are here present within this reading. So, and also to the Queen of Cups and the Emperor. So that's like divine feminine, divine masculine, dark and light, yin and yang, the two opposites of reality of life. When you kind of integrate those together, your shadow and your light self, you become a lot more fulfilled. You more easily call in this energy, but it's okay to exist in both. Sometimes they're necessary for each other. Like, think about if we only have light in the world, you wouldn't even know. Because like the darkness and the challenges help you to expand. They help you to want to think beyond your current experience. They help you to just awaken to what's beyond your current experience. And so if you didn't have those things kind of shaking you up and waking you up sometimes, then how would we even be expanding at all? You know what I mean? So having gratitude for everything, even when it's hard. But yeah, you're closing out cycles. I want to grab this deck. I want to pull a couple oracle cards for you out of my Starseed Oracle. And if you're interested in the other tarot deck, it's the Rainbow Heart Tarot. Okay, what does the collective need to hear most? Spirit, thank you. Okay, I think I'm pretty spot on then. Wow. Okay, sorry, me just sitting here like taking the energy, not even talking, thinking you guys can understand what I'm thinking. Okay. So, you got the card Baby Steps. First one, you got two. The first one says action. Follow your intuition before it makes sense. Okay, let me read that. I like to read the oracles. God, it's so cold in this room. You may be cold right now. I'm cold. Okay. So, baby steps. Action. Follow your intuition before it makes sense. You're being called to take grounded action in response to your soul's calling. Start where you are and begin building in a consistent way. So many people stop themselves from living a soul-led life because they're waiting to know the destination before taking the first step. But intuition doesn't work like that. Our soul is always calling us every moment of every day. The way to find yourself living in harmony with the cosmos is to listen to your soul's baby calls and whispers each and every day, and to take grounded action in the direction of those calls and whispers. You're being encouraged to start small, bite-sized, to put one foot in front of the other, to do one thing every day, to break things down into achievable tasks. Time on Earth goes slower than on other planets. This may cause frustration for starseeds who can expect a faster pace of manifestation and thus give up before the seed begins to sprout. If you resonate with that, it's time to opt for consistency over urgency. Time to take baby steps in the direction of your calling. To remember that you don't need to have it all figured out or know exactly where the path is leading you. You don't have to know every single step along the way before you set out on your great journey. You just need to take the next step. And the question is, What's one simple baby step you can take in the direction of your soul's calling? So sit with that. Okay. Think about it too. Like, this just came to mind. Somebody said, oh, Abraham Hicks. I love Abraham Hicks. You should check him out on YouTube. Maybe you're meant to check that out. Abraham Hicks, a bunch of free videos. Use your intuition. Choose a title that feels best. See what you think. But Abraham Hicks in one of the videos talks about how do you get from New York to California, right? You don't just say, oh, well, I'm not in California yet. I don't see California, so how am I gonna get there? I just can't go. No, you just follow your GPS one step at a time, trusting and knowing that you will get to California. Okay? And if you make a wrong turn, you don't just turn around and go, oh, I'll just go back. Do you do that? Because that would be freaking crazy. You say, oh, okay, let's reroute and we'll get back on path. Right? Right? Okay, baby steps. A little bit every day. Rushing actually delays you more. I'm guilty of this. I know. Rushing delays you more. So spend time relaxing more. You're not meant to be living a life of urgency. Is your dream life super urgent and you're stressed all the time? No. So why would Spirit give you a life of rest if you can't even understand rest yet? You got to learn how to rest and receive and take baby steps and just trust. Just trust and know. True faith is knowing and trusting. It's not some blind faith. It's like, no, I know in my heart that I'm the creator of my reality, that I'm co-creating with the universe, and that I am the magician, and that I have all the tools I need to create the life that I want. And I am, and I will. And I feel like this is my reading too, because it's exactly kind of what I'm going through. Okay. And I actually just played a music festival over the weekend, and I got to do if you don't know, I'm a DJ, producer, and I do vocals. But anyways, I got to play at a music festival this past weekend, about an hour outside of where I live, and I got asked to do a sound bath and energy activation, and this card came out. So it's really beautiful. It's coming back out again. It's definitely what my collective, my people that I'm connected to are meant to hear, what I'm meant to hear. Because we're creating a new earth, and that's exactly what this card is called, a new earth card, and that's really beautiful, especially given all of the tragedies and really scary stuff going on in the world. It's really easy to lose hope, whether it's stuff in your interpersonal life or, going on globally, but this card, we'll get into it, but it really talks about just holding on to hope and knowing that we can create something different. So, hold on. Where's she at? Here we go. Oh, and it's the first card. Okay, so a new earth. It's happening. Keep holding the vision. Don't give up now. You're closer than you think. I know it's hard to hold the frequency of a new age when it feels as if so much is crumbling and so many are losing faith. This is your sign that you're facing the right direction. You have a great gift in being able to see the potential of things before they exist. Tend to the new seeds. Dream them into existence. Don't lose faith now. Keep your focus fixed, which the other card was literally talking about seeds and letting them grow. And a new earth, it's new earth globally, but also a new earth is in like a new reality, a new whole better life for you, which this is just so much confirmation. The 10 of Cups, the 6 of Swords with you leaving stuff behind. I mean, the 10 of Cups card is like one of the best cards, honestly. It's like emotional fulfillment, happiness. Like, look at them. Yay! Woo! Okay. So, planting new seeds and bringing about a shift of the ages is no mean feat. It requires extreme trust and a radical vision. If you pull this card, it's a reminder to have faith. You chose to be here, to be a part of this global shift. Whether you're bringing it about through prayer and meditation or working on a new project, job, or creation, keep going. It's happening. Don't give up now. The world needs more dreamers like you, more people with hope in their hearts. The road ahead may not be plain sailing. Ushering in a new age in times of change never is. You're being encouraged to remember that what you've been working toward for so long is almost here. Don't question yourself now. Don't waver. Dig your devotion deep. For if you do, in the not too distant future, you'll be able to sit back and watch all that you so carefully planted and nurtured grow and bloom. It's possible. Keep focusing on your dreams. You're closer than you think. 222 on the timer. I've been seeing that number like crazy. How can you keep holding the vision? So this is kind of similar to last week. Of like dreaming up of maybe not seeing things in the physical world, but you can sense them. You can see them within your mind's eye. You can feel them, right? And for me, again, I'm a DJ and musician. I've been on this path for 10 plus years. And at the beginning of my career, a lot of people, especially like some of my family, which understandably, but they were like, is this going the way you want? Are you making money? Like, is it successful? And, you know, I really didn't have any physical manifestations, physical, tangible things to show people. But what I knew that was very physical was the feeling in my body, the knowing in my heart, that undeniable call of like, I have to pursue this and I know that it'll work out. And I don't know how, but I know I'll get there. And you can go so far. You can go so far if you just put one foot in front of the other. And if you just give up and surrender trying to know the how and the when and just trust that you will. That is co-creation. That is true co-creation with the universe, because you set the intentions, you do what you can, you ask, and then you open yourself to receive and to work with the universe, right? So let's get one more card for you before we go. Okay, one more card. The Six of Pentacles, the balancing of scales. You're being given stuff back. Anything that you lost, it's being balanced. Anything that you're leaving behind, you're getting so much more. You're getting so much more. Okay? And it's also more yin and yang. It's like the balancing of energies. But you're receiving. So open yourself up to receive. Rest. Chill. I'm also telling that to myself. To be real with you. But I'm right there with you. And if you want to talk about it, comment below and let's talk about it. But anyways, thank you guys for being here. Everything's working out for you. And I will see you at the next one. Bye.